Yo, what's up, everybody? Um, to all the Detroit Lions fans out there, for anybody watching this video, um, just wanted to talk to y'all about a hot topic. I just got done watching my man East Warren LB video, and he kind of inspired me to give my piece on what's been going on over the last week about the Calvin Johnson situation. First and foremost, let me say this. You have to realize that the Detroit Lions organization is not a top-notch organization. Over and over again, I already mentioned about the fan base being what it is, which is pretty crappy. And that's no disrespect to anybody watching this video, but if you had your experience with the fair share of fans here in Detroit, especially for Detroit Lions football, it's not a great experience. You hear some of the most asinine things, that can fly out of some people's mouths. Here in Detroit, in one of the major cities in the Roman Empire, and the reason why I call it the Roman Empire is because of the gladiators that play in the Colosseums called the NFL. The only difference is that they're not out there fighting actual lions and actually killing each other. Killing each other instantly, I'll put it that way. But it's the same thing, same scenario. You have an owner, which is just like the Caesar, and they have all the power and they control everything. And it's their jobs to put a great show in front of the fans. This is modern day Rome. And the Detroit Lions organization are very crappy with the way that they treat their slaves. Their players. This is not the first time that you heard things like that coming from a player. Of course, some of you that's old enough, you know about the Barry Sanders situation. You have to think about it. We're just not seeing celebrations of Barry Sanders in this time, not when he actually retired, but it took years. You see what I'm saying? We just seen some ceremonies in the past few seasons for Barry Sanders. Now you have Calvin Johnson saying that he doesn't even like talking about the Lions because of the simple fact of the way he was treated. Now, anybody who plays sports know that teams, coaches, and being a player, you're basically just a product. You're a piece of meat. These billionaires don't really love you, man. I mean, and that's the harsh and that's the reality. That it's the harsh truth, man. They don't really give a shit about these players. You go out there and you do your job, and that's it. With that being said, Calvin was not treated properly when he retired. The Lions felt some type of way because he retired, and I feel like that's is not a classy way for the Lions to go. You know that this man sacrificed his body for years for your crappy organization through ankle injuries, fingers, pinched nerves in the shoulder, played through a torn PCL in his knee, the concussions that he mentioned, that a lot of us true football fans already know that a lot of players have concussions, but they continue to play. If you can pass a concussion protocol, but still have a concussion. So he admitted to that. This man risked his future health for your organization, which was going nowhere. And the petty ass Detroit Lions decide to make him pay $320,000, which is so petty to me because, I mean, come on, we talking about, you have to realize how much money these organizations have. These are billionaires. Billionaires. What these athletes make is not nothing to these organizations, man. They're rich slaves is what they are. So, with that being said, you made him pay $320,000. Come on, Lions. That's just petty, man. That is really petty. If you feeling some type of way, okay. But come on, man. You know, if I'm a billionaire, I'm looking over Calvin Johnson's career. I'm like, you know what? I can't be mad at him. I mean, it's not like we've been the most successful franchise. You know what I mean? This man has been putting it on the line for us for how long? Playing through injuries. Dealing with all the crap, man. And they decided to go the petty route. Says a lot about your franchise, man. You know, I love the Detroit Lions as a team, but I do not like the organization. I never liked the organization. I'm liking Bob Quinn. I like Jim Caldwell personally. But as far as the organization, the ownership, the management, never liked them. You know, Miss Ford is too old to be trying to run that organization. They've just done crappy things, man. It further makes me believe it's the reason why DeAndre Levy held out on Lions. You know, you can kiss my ass with that injury shit. You kiss my ass with that. I think DeAndre Levy was holding out from the Lions for some reason, not talked about. But that's my opinion. But as far as back to Calvin Johnson, he's not going to give you all the details. You know what type of person Calvin Johnson is. But Calvin Johnson has a solid foundation, a solid father behind him. And he's a thinking man. He's not going to give you all the details. He said enough, and he left it at that. You didn't see some type of ceremony for Calvin Johnson, or, you know, they didn't let him go out the right way. And a lot of y'all know that, man. A lot of us is bitter about him retiring, but you have to really look at it that this man is a human being. He is not a robot. He is not actual Megatron. And he has to think about his future for his kids and his family and his health. And he felt that it wasn't worth it anymore to continue to go on that route because the Lions weren't looking like they were about to win the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I don't blame the man at all for anything he said. I feel like he's entitled to it. So, just like, you know, in modern day Rome, Gladiator ain't no good no more. The crowd want to put him down. So that's where you see the negative side of it. You know, it's, you know, you're not performing for me, then kill the fucking Gladiator. That's what it's like, man. So a lot of people are butthurt about him retiring. They still butthurt about the situation, but you can expect that from trashy people. And it's a lot of them here in Detroit. So, you know, I just wanted to give my part and my opinion about, you know, the Calvin Johnson situation. I know a lot of people going to be butthurt about this video, but You know, you as my subscribers know that I don't care worth a pigeon shit who gets mad about what I say. So, you know, it's just my opinion. You clicked the video and you watched it. So, shout out to LB, man. That was a real video. You know what I mean? And it's a topic that I kind of been wanting to talk about anyway. So, I was trying to see if there was a little bit more details to come out about it, but I don't think you're going to get nothing else out of it. You might try to see the Lions try to, you know, clean it up and suck a stroke and try to do a ceremony or something this season or some shit like that, or retire his number or some bullshit like that. But yeah, what they did was foul. And we're not going to get the whole details of what happens behind the scenes. What a lot of people understand, you don't know what happens behind the scenes, man. So, you know, just kicking it with y'all on that note, man. About to take my ass to bed. Long night at work, man. So, let me know what y'all think about the situation, man, in the comments. And holla at your boy, man. I'll catch y'all later.